responsibility part 2. This chapter 7, I think we will have at least 3 to 4 parts, depending on how fast we're able to catch up. Okay. So now, what is responsibility? In the spiritual definition, Swamiji defines it as living and responding to life from the truth that you are the source of and therefore responsible for all the happenings in you and around you. You need to take responsible for the inner world and the outer world because you are responsible. You are the source of everything. Okay? Next slide. So now he entered into leadership consciousness. This whole lesson is all about leadership. So listen carefully. He said, leadership is not a quality. It is an experience radiated by an individual in whom transformation has happened. This is the simple truth. When you have not been transformed, you cannot lead because you don't have that experience to guide the blind. Only the blind leading the blind leads to a mess. Only when the person who has experience will be able to lead the blind to the light. Understand? So these days there are so many books about leadership. All these people try to make money by writing tons of books on leadership, and so many leadership gurus define who train people to develop leadership. But leadership cannot be developed as a strategy. Understand? A true leader is a person who is ready to take responsibility continuously, consciously, okay? Consciously taking responsibility. So it has to be an awakening of consciousness. He's ready to handle life consciously and respond spontaneously to life. That kind of person is ready to take on a leadership role. He approaches life with tremendous awareness, sensitivity, and maturity. So these are the so-called qualities of the awakened consciousness, ability to take the responsibility for more and more people. That is the main difference. Okay, next slide. So here's a small story that Swamiji, he used to tell lots of more small stories. If you read his book, Guaranteed Solution in Living Enlightenment, always small story. So here's a small story. So listen, he said, there was once a great war between two countries. On a hot afternoon, a man in civilian clothes was riding past a small group of tired soldiers, digging a huge pit. They are going to hide and before they can continue with the war. So they are digging a pit, doing a seemingly impossible task. So the group leader was shouting orders and threatening to punishment if the work is not completed within an hour. Go and do it. If you don't do it, drop 20, that kind of thing, like punishment and threatening. So the leader of the soldier were shouting and, in a very, very frightening way. The man riding the horse stopped and asked, "Sir, why can't you help them yourself? Why instead of you shouting like a mad dog, why don't you just help them and get the work done faster, huh?" The group leader said, "I'm their leader. The men do as I tell them. If you feel strongly about it, you go and help them lah." The man calmly got off his horse and started working with the shoulders until the job was done. So he also started digging the pit together with the bunch of shoulders. Okay. Before leaving, he congratulated the shoulders and for their work. Okay, great job. And to the group leader, he said, "The next time your status prevent you from supporting your team, inform your higher authorities that I will provide a more permanent solution." Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Huh? Yeah, exactly. You can imagine the fellow gets fired. So, at that moment, another soldier came running up and saluted the man and spoke a few words to him, and the man nodded and got onto his horse and rode away, right? So the group leader said, "Who's that man? Don't you know? He's the army general." big boss. Huh? So he's in trouble. Okay, anyway, so here's a practice. See, in this lesson, there Swamiji gives a lot of practices, a lot of activities. So here he said, every time you get an opportunity, demonstrate your leadership qualities by doing and motivating, not merely by delegating. Don't delegate, do it. See, unless you do it one round, you gain the insight, the experience. Then you can guide the others who have not done it. If you yourself have not done it, you try to lead, not very convincing. Understand? So don't try to lead when you yourself have not rolled out the sleeve and get your hands dirty and do the hard work. Swamiji has done all the hard work. You know, when he first, after his public life, after Enlightenment, he was given a land in Bidadi where it's a forest, it's a snake forest, where the owner actually keep a lot of poisonous snake for the venom. So he arrived there, it's a forest without anything. See, one thing great about enlightened masters, wherever they go, life happens in that place. So within few years, he transformed that place into like a town where tens of thousands of people visit that place. Understand? So from a forest, it became, like a ashram. I still remember when I first visited him, 2006, July. When I first arrived, it was barely anything. There was just a small straw, like a hut, called the Laughing Temple, and Swamiji used to meditate there. And then I saw he has like a house where he lived. And I remember we don't have like an eating area. There's like a small straw hut. Somebody will cook and bring like one big pot of food, and we only have one dish, like a dal, rice, or some kind of vermicelli. So it's very simple meal, just one meal only, and then we'll eat some more on a leaf plate. It's a leaf plate, okay? Don't even have proper utensils. So leaf plate, and we use a hand to eat. And being first time there, I couldn't, used to eat with the hand. So I luckily brought a spoon from the airplane. I used it to eat. I still remember. Then, of course, slowly learning to eat with the hand. So he said, every time you get an opportunity, do the doing, okay, and motivating. Don't delegate, okay? Next slide. So understand leadership is a state, not a status. See, most of us achieve the status of a leader, but not the state. Because let's say you get, okay, and qualification, don't got the degrees, you will get hired as a manager. Next slide, okay? But you have never acquired the state of a leader. How can you lead a group or a team? Just because you have a degree doesn't mean that you're already a leader. See, state is totally different from status. Understand? Status comes from society. Because you go and study, you go and PhD, you get a, you're connected to somebody's family, you just get, the job as a director, but you don't have the quality of a leader. So state is an expression of your inner space, understand? Leadership is simply a conscious choice made by an individual to act out of deep sensitivity and awareness to one situation and surrounding. So you become a leader because you're aware of what is happening and you want to help, you want to change the whole situation or the surrounding. That's why you take the leadership. It's out of sensitivity, awareness, and compassion. So since the choice is made, the inner space will automatically start transforming and sending out the right words and action. Understand? Any change of your inner space, or the way you can give the right words, speak the right words and action, comes only inner space is transformed by taking the responsibility. Somebody say one thing, powers comes with, responsibility comes with power. That means when the moment you take responsibility, Cosmos will shower with all the knowledge and powers for you to do that part of the work. Understand? When people have power without taking responsibility, they are very dangerous. Understand? Cosmos will not allow that. Give you so much power if you don't take responsibility for the larger good of the humanity or the whole. You will just not only destroy yourself, you destroy the whole planet Earth. Understand? So, if you want expansion, you want to transform, take responsibility is the straight path into expansion, into enlightenment. So he said, look into your own life. What are the reasons you have taken responsibility at various times of your life? If you have been forced to take responsibility, you are being led by fear. Understand? If someone forces you to take responsibility, do it. Then you feel like, oh, if I don't do, I get fired, or something bad will happen. So if you're driven by fear, then you're forcing yourself to take responsibility, which brings you to a different level of inner space. But if you have taken responsibility expecting for some result or reward out of greed, then you're going to be led by greed. So either you're running behind fear or you're running behind greed just because you want some kind of reward, or by the end of the whole thing I get $10 million. Because if I take responsibility, I get $10 million. If money is your motivation, then you're running behind the reward. Just to get the reward, you try to take the responsibility. So the space is different. Okay, next slide. So as long as you're being led by fear or greed, you are a follower. You're still a follower. The experience of leadership has not yet happened in you. When you operate out of responsibility, your every action expresses leadership. Only when you really have taken the responsibility, everything you do is exude leadership quality. So when we grab the status without experiencing the state, we have to suffer all the problems which usually exist in a corporate world. Those of you who work in a corporate world, you understand the stress, the tension at the personal level, a lot of backstepping, politics at the level of the team. Okay, the problem that corporates are corporation are facing is not too little leadership, but wrong leadership, immature leadership. It means appointing someone who is immature or who's not qualified to lead the team, and creating this whole pain or suffering and all this politics that's happening in the company. If you have someone who is mature with a good quality leadership, this kind of thing will not happen. So when you focus on the state, not the status, all the good things that come with the status of a leader will also naturally follow you, will flow to you. It means, for instance, if you operate out of taking responsibility, because the state of your being is that you want to take responsibility for, let's say, for the country, all the wealth, all the status, that comes with that responsibility will be given to you as part of the whole package. Understand? Just like PM, if you want to become the Prime Minister of Singapore, when you take the responsibility for the whole nation, you come with not only respect. If you have proven yourself, you not only come with all the respect that people have for you, you come with a big fat salary package. You know that our Prime Minister in Singapore is one of the highest paid politicians in the world, right? You all know that. It's public information. Right? So that kind of responsibility comes with a huge paycheck also. And of course, a lot of other perks that comes with it. But if you're only looking for perks and not taking responsibility, hiding behind the names, oh, I'm a civil servant, I'm a minister, but without taking responsibility, you cannot get the support of the people. You will not gain the respect of the people, correct? You're only in name, but don't do the work. So that is the main difference. People who are not willing to do the work, they only have the name, but not the respect of a leader. Okay, next slide. So here's the activity. Please, if you have a paper and pen, write down this. Otherwise, if you have a little notebook, See, in this whole essence of living enlightenment, there's a lot of contemplation activity. Do you want a paper and pen? You can get it. Yeah, you can either you write it note on your phone so that you remember, or if you want paper pen. Anyone want paper pen? Okay. So here he said, write down what motivates you to take responsibility for anything in your life. What motivates you? Just look back. In any time when you take responsibility, what motivated you? Declare that you will start taking responsibility for the right reason, not out of fear or greed. Don't let you move the body because you're scared of something or somebody dangles some carrot in front of you. But take the responsibility for the right reasons. Understand? Then it becomes a real expansion in your inner space, not because of fear or greed. Trying to run away from something or trying to get something. Think about when was the last time you took responsibility. Let's say you took responsibility to take care of your aging parent. What motivated you to take the responsibility for them? What was the reason that you decided that, okay, I will sacrifice and take responsibility for them? Or when you decided to take some responsibility for the inauthenticity of your teammate, your co-worker. Because they didn't do the work, you as a team leader, you take the responsibility to finish off what they didn't do. What was the reason that made you do that? So look inside and do a little bit of contemplation and see what truly motivates you to take responsibility, at what kind of scenario, what kind of situation, what kind of reasons makes you take responsibility. I think last week I shared one experience, that why I took up the responsibility to start the e-Gurukul Singapore. Because I took the responsibility to ensure kids receive this science of enlightenment. I remember once there was a visualization. See, Kailasa is the land of enlightenment, right? The science of enlightenment. So, it is somewhere, if I don't take responsibility to build the irrigation canal, that connect that pipe to the wherever I am, the children will not receive that knowledge. Do you understand? So when I took the responsibility, whether it's getting the legal system, everything, make sure that it's set out, train the teachers, train the acharyas, build the whole program and all that, to make sure that children have the opportunity to receive this, sacred knowledge from Swamiji, his teaching and his initiation as well, the science of living enlightenment, the science of our manifestation. So when you only start taking your responsibility, then you will see that the expansion start happening. Not only he make me, become a teacher, acharya, he also make me learn how to work with the children, made me learn how to complete the kids and the parents, learn how to handle the parents. So all that kind of stuff coming when I decided to take responsibility for the future generation, for them to come to e-Gurukul. Understand? So same situation, think back in what situation you take responsibility. It could be in the corporate world when you were working and something happened and you decided to take responsibility, not because you're paid, this is your job, you're hired for this, but something out of the scope of your paycheck or your role that you have been paid for, you have taken something additional. And what was that right reason? Okay? Like our friend Paul, she's a suicide survivor because of someone in the family committed suicide. So she took the responsibility to help those suicide survivors to come out of the depressions and the blame, self-blaming or guilt that they live with, when someone in the family committed suicide. Okay, so she now volunteer in SOS to coach people, to help people to, heal from this past. Understand? So, it's a volunteer basis. She's not paid for it, but she wanted to make sure that more people also receive that kind of, help as she had been helped, right? So, like that, she took the responsibility for the right reasons, because she has seen that many of these suicide survivors, the family who lost someone due to suicide, sometimes they are not able to heal themselves, they also go and commit suicide. Understand? Or they fall into depression, or they fall into some kind of self-blaming and guilt and all that. So it's not going to help in any way. They have to learn how to pick up the pieces and move on instead of becoming a burden. Next slide. Okay. So now he says shift the focus. What does it mean? He said we always think that managing others is responsibility. No. Serving others is responsibility. One thing that Swamiji told me when I was in PSS, he said, when you become the head of the Sangha, get ready to become a doormat. I was like, it means what? Get ready to be stepped and trampled by people. Don't think you'll be sitting there like in the ivory tower looking prim and proper and nice, people respect you. No, get ready to be stepped, get ready to be like a doormat, people will step on you. So I say it's true. Okay, so here comes. So serving others is responsibility. That's why Swamiji, when he started his public life, he was serving others. He was giving the signs, healing people, and giving people the knowledge so that they liberate themselves from all the suffering. So when you become responsible for others, you no longer are focused on yourself. The shift happened. So that's why before that you always think of me, my, I, right? So me, I, my is the self-centeredness, the selfishness that we're all trained to be when we were brought up and also grow in society. But when you come to spirituality, the shift is move to others rather than you. So you move towards serving other people. Serving other people is leadership. Shifting your focus from yourself to others is true leadership. That can only happen you decided that I'm going to serve others. Serving others is your responsibility. Serving others is what you're here to do. Then you will see the leadership consciousness start radiating through you. See, you usually take decision unconsciously through your past memories and habitual negative patterns, right? You go back and say, oh, what happened? Oh, like this, okay, I won't do that again. Oh, like this, I will do differently, right? So this is the way how, human mind process. We always look at the past and try to make something into the future. He said that as long as you're caught in your unconscious pattern, something from the past, you can never achieve the state of a leader. Drop the past. He said to achieve the state of a leader, and that too with a lot of struggle, a lot of struggle. Next slide. So listen. He said when you sit in the leadership seat, let's say somebody appointed you as a leader, you're on the leadership seat now. After a lot of suffering and struggle, you will create the same suffering and struggle for your subordinates. You pass the same shit, same problem and shit to your subordinates, and they will be struggling like you also. Understand? Yes. This is the truth. So if you don't want them to suffer and call you a lousy leader, you solve the problem. You should be the problem solver. You should be providing solution. Yes. Not bring them more and more struggle, and pain and suffering. Okay, so that is the one expression of true leaders. A true leader should be a solution provider, yes. Problem solver. So true leadership happens as a direct expression of a sense of responsibility. An enlightened being vibrates at the highest frequency of responsibility. You know, to become an enlightened being, you take responsibility for the entire cosmos. Not only just human being, planet Earth. You take responsibility for the entire cosmos. All different beings, you have to be responsible. Okay? So there's a huge responsibility. That's why before taking, become enlightened, people take sannyas. Sannyas is the path to train you to live the selfless, life with selflessness. That means you basically take the responsibility of God and just serve others. That is sannyas. Understand? So before you fully become enlightened, that's why Swamiji say again and again, only when you become sannyas can the enlightenment happen, the flowering happen. Because the focus is shifted into serving others, not sitting in some cave and you think you own your way all the way you can get enlightened. But after that, after you get the glimpse of the enlightenment, how you serve people is the real thing. That's why after Swamiji had the enlightenment experience, he saw his avatar mission. That means what mission he come down as an avatar that was revealed to him. He came down to the south in Bengaluru now, what you call that, to start the mission there, to start enriching and give enlightenment to more and more people. Understand? He started teaching. That's why from then till now, 2003, he started his public life. He had millions, multi-millions of disciples and devotees who has already been touched by him. Okay, so he said, an enlightened being vibrates at a high frequency of responsibility because he had experienced himself as a source of everything happening in him and around him. That is why an enlightened being can draw millions to him without any effort and inspire them to follow his teaching just by his mere presence. He just sit only, they can sense his vibration and follow his teaching. It is said that whenever Buddha went out to beg for alms, right, with his begging bowl, he would appear like a king. People was like bow down to him. Oh, it's not like treating him like a beggar, but bow down to him like a king, and the kings who give him alms would even have to appear like a beggar. The kings who come and serve him will appear like a beggar versus Buddha himself. Understand? Because of his presence. So this is the power of taking conscious responsibility. When you start taking conscious responsibility, the space you radiate, people will come and serve you, will shower you. You don't even have to beg. Understand? You will be showered. You'll be taken care of by existence. It's the space you carry for other people. Okay? So work for the state, don't work for the status. The status come along with the state. But when you have the status, when you don't have the state, this is suffering for your subordinate. Understand? So start shifting your energy towards achieving the state of a leader. That means the leadership consciousness. Only this can make you complete, not the status of a leader. Understand? Give me a thumbs up. You all understand state versus status. You need to shift. Okay, next slide. So now here's another practice. He said we always think that managing others is responsibility. No, serving others is responsibility. So shift to serving. So for the next few days, consciously make efforts to joyfully serve those who serve you. And see how it makes you feel. This will make you complete, make you a true leader. Just play with this. Serve others and how it makes you feel. Okay? This will make you complete and make you a true leader. Okay? Do this as a practice, as something that you can see after the teaching has been given, the powerful cognition has been given. Live it. Start living is the practice. Okay? Swamiji said Shravana, listening. Shravana, manana, contemplation. That means contemplate. Now that you know that serving others is the door, to lead you to take responsibility and enlightenment. Then nidhyasana, living it. Start living it in your life. You will see the transformation happening. Okay? Next slide. So then he talked about not just shifting, to become the state of leader. He said inspired leadership. What is inspired leadership? Let's investigate and listen to what Swamiji had to say. How is it that some people can inspire thousands with just a few words? You see people just open the mouth and you're like, wow. Sometimes even by their mere presence, you look at the person and you bow down to the person with so much, the energy the person command in the space, it just makes you want to fall at the feet and touch the feet. Okay? So, but others, most others need long drawn arguments to make even a handful follow their vision. You have to torture them, threaten them, then they follow you, right? These are the so-called the low conscious leaders. They are there only by appointment, somebody appointed them, but they have not reached that state of leader. So what is the difference? He said the difference is called inspired leadership. Whether it is your personal life or your professional life, whether you are a boss, a mother, a teacher, or a friend, you are constantly playing the role of inspiring change in others. Whether you know it or not, believe it or not, aware it or not, this is what you are doing in life. You are inspiring others to change in others, right? You're playing the role of inspiring change in others. You're inspiring them to change, make transformation. Next slide. So now, Swamiji said, I give you a straight and direct solution to inspire positive transformation in others. Here's the solution he gives you now. He said, first, live it first. You yourself live it. You become the embodiment of that. He said, whatever passion you want to see in others, first let it happen in you. Only then can you inspire others. Don't go and blah, blah, blah when you personally have not experienced yourself. I can say for myself that only when I'm inspired to speak in satsang will whatever I speak inspire you. This is the truth. Don't go and talk something when you're not inspired. Understand? Because otherwise you're bluffing people. You're just talking for the sake of knowledge, but not moving with your spirit. Right? Your spirit is not touched by the teaching or the truth, but you're talking only because you learn something. You're like a learned person, right? A learner, but you're not the one who actually experienced it yourself, that you can speak, become part of bio-memory. So people are not fools, come on. You can fool one person at one time, but you can't fool all the people at all the times. Hello? Sorry, I'm in a class now. Yeah, who is this? Okay. Wrong number. Okay, come, let me continue. So, understand people are not fools. People are smart. They can directly see whether your words are an overflowing of your experience or you're just reading from some slide or some book. Okay? So that is why professional motivational speakers can never have a lasting impact on people unless they keep pace with their own words, unless they evolve as fast as they speak. Okay? So the key to this is to bring authenticity. Okay? Bring authenticity along with capacity. Stretch and stretch and stretch. So Swamiji, that's why I say when you become authentic, which is the spiritual principle we spoke about in the last, the last spiritual principle. Only when you start stretching and you start expanding, not as a duty or as a chore, but as a choice that you have made to expand yourself. It is a conscious decision. I want to stretch. When you work out, when you work out of inspiration, inspirational leadership flows through you. You should be inspired, not because somebody told you to do it. You should be inspired, because I'm inspired when I work with children. That's why I decided to do it, because I'm inspired. That only will sustain your interest and keep you going. If someone tell you to do it, after the person stop telling you, you just fall, go back and fall, collapse into the unconscious. Not sustainable. Okay, only it is out of it. That's why Swamiji taught me this one thing. Only work out of inspiration. If something is not inspiring you, I don't want to do. I say, don't ask me to do. I may do it 1-2 times, but don't make me do it, because I will not be able to sustain it, because I'm not inspired myself. Then it become a torture for me. I want to work only out of inspiration. That is. Even if I cannot find inspiration, I have to discover what can it inspire me for me to move my body. Otherwise, I'd rather not do anything, right? So it has to come out of inspiration. So when you work out of inspiration leadership flows to you. Understand? Give me a thumbs up. Yes? Let's move on. First, live it. Live it, live it. Second, don't let anything shake your highest ideal about you. Nothing should shake you. Oh, you're lousy, you're failure. No. So what? I'm failure. I will be successful. I'm going to be successful. Understand? So when you feel as you is, what you feel as you is very important thing. Your inner image. You say, I know that my highest outward expression is an embodiment of compassion. Nobody can shake that expression of mine. When you carry self-doubt, let's say you doubt about something, a single word from another person can just shake you to the core, that the idea about yourself. If you are hiding from yourself or you're hiding from others, it takes only a single word or a look to shake you. You become imbalanced, you collapse. Understand? So no hiding from yourself and others. Become totally transparent. It means work on all your blind spot. All the blind spot you try to hide from others, please be very clear, you cannot hide. And reverse is you try to hide from yourself, you try to fool yourself and try to fool others. No, don't do it. So, because then your foundation is not stable, you will just one word only, the whole thing cracks and collapse. Okay? So when he say your mamakara, your inner image or idea you carry about yourself, and your ahankara, the image you project to others, to the world as you, are not in tune with each other. Let's say inside you are a person who by nature not very confident because of your upbringing, but you try to pretend you're super confident in front of others. I can do it, you try to show off, right? But inside and outside is thoroughly opposite. This is where they are not in tune. You will be in constant fear of others' opinion, because they will be more powerful than your own highest opinion about you. Understand? So when your mamakara is strong, how you feel about you is strong, others will not be able to put any ideas about you inside you. That's why Swamiji say, work on your mamakara, your inner image, your highest, best inner image you can hold for yourself. Remember in the authenticity session, we were asked to define the inner image, outer image, life image, and others' image, the best, so that you start living that highest possibility you carry about you. When I did that, I feel that, the energy start radiating from the highest idea I carry about me. Understand? So constantly sit and iron out any conflict between your mamakara or ahankara. That means your inner image and outer image. They should be in tune. What you show to others and what you feel about you is the same. No discrepancy. Then you will have a strong experiential clarity about you, which nobody is able to touch. Because this is your personal experience. Nobody is able to poke anything at all. Only a person who has a powerful clarity about himself or herself can be a leader. Understand? Please be very clear. Work this out, then leadership consciousness can flower within you. Don't have this discrepancy, incongruent inner image and outer image. Next slide. So the third solution, let your action be in tune with what you believe as you. Be integrated to the words and thoughts you say to yourself and others. This is integrity, right? After aligning to take the responsibility, you see that responsibility make you become authentic. After becoming authentic, you become integrated, because whatever you say, your action you do is all going to be in tune. In other words, be integrated to your own highest mamakara and ahankara, your inner image and outer image. When you are established in integrity, authenticity, responsible leadership will express naturally. Understand? First, take responsibility for others and the whole. Then you start aligning, raise yourself to the next capacity with authenticity. Then whatever you say to yourself and others will speak integrity. It's not like you start with integrity, then you start becoming authentic, then you start to take responsibility. No, it doesn't work that way. From the way it is that start with responsibility first. Only when you feel expanded, all this will become a natural quality in you. Otherwise, you'll be struggling with integrity and authenticity. Understand? People who don't take responsibility will forever struggle with integrity and authenticity. I've seen in the whole Sangha. When they take responsibility, all this integrity, authenticity, they start living that. Okay? So don't start with the wrong equation. Start with the right equation first. That is very important. Next slide. So break from the inside. He said, see, there's a saying. They say that if an egg is broken from outside, a life is destroyed. If you break the egg, you can never hatch a chick anymore. Correct?
Yes.
But see, this is the end of the life. That means no more life happening. A life is killed by you when you break the egg. If an egg is broken from inside, life is happening. A chick is born. So a life starts. So in the same analogy, if your cognition is broken from outside, you shrink, you destroy yourself and fall into depression. If this happens, you are irresponsible. But if you stand up with responsibility, the egg breaks from inside and life starts flowing through you. Breaking the egg from inside means taking responsibility for your own expansion. Don't want to be confined to contraction. Don't feel that you should just stay in your comfort zone. Oh, I'm just so cozy. I'm just happy being like this forever. No. Because if you're just cozy, only you're not expanding. You're only contracting. So break the egg from inside means taking responsibility for your own expansion on your highest possibility. Understand? Yes? Give me a thumbs up. All of you are with me? Okay, great. Next. So not only should you take responsibility for your own action, you should also take responsibility for everything which affects your life, even if it is others' action. Only when you feel responsible and decide that you're going to take responsibility for a problem, you will even look into the direction of solving the solution, or solving the problem and find the solution. Till you take responsibility, you will only keep blaming others for the problem. You caused the problem, this fella. So everything point finger. Oh, the government never do this. Somebody will be your blaming target. Yes. So usually we claim responsibility for anything good that happens, but we don't take responsibility for anything bad that happens, because people don't want to take the responsibility for bad things. They only want to claim the good deeds, the merits, right? The accolades, the good names. But when all the bad things happen, all run away. That is what is human being. Next slide. So some years back, there was an epidemic, of tuberculosis, right? TB in South India. Somebody was relating a story, a real happening. Finally, medicines were found and the epidemic was contained, not widespread anymore. So the officials responsible for eradicating this proudly claimed that they were the ones responsible for curing everybody. So these officials go and brag. But did they take the responsibility for the fact that it was allowed to spread all over the town in the first place? Yeah, you say you are contained, but you allow it to spread so much. No, they were actually responsible for allowing the tuberculosis to spread also, right? They should have prevented it to begin with and not just taking credit for managing the crisis. How many lives would have already been sacrificed because of they didn't take responsibility earlier on, right? So this is easy to take credit and give blame. It is easy to take credit from someone else and then give blame to others. Responsibility means doing just the opposite from an empowered space. The space that you are offering the solution is an empowered space. That's why people who take responsibility for others, comes with a lot of intelligence, knowledge as well, powers to make things happen. Next slide. So here's another practice. Come on. He said make a note of how you can take responsibility not only for the good things that happen in your life, but also for the bad things which may or may not occur as a result of others' action. See how you can stop blaming others when you take responsibility. Watch the transformation that takes place in you. Okay? So do this as a practice. Consciously do this within this whole week. Till next week you come back, you can come and report and share with me what happened. Huh? Next slide. So he said get back in control. He said responsibility gives you control over your own life. As of now, most people live their lives like slaves without even knowing. For example, when you work 8 hours in an office just following others' orders, then you feel dull and tired at the end of the day. Instead, if you take up responsibility and initiative, the same 8 hours will become fulfilling for you. When you take up responsibility, a huge cognitive shift happens in you, so you no longer feel this dreadful, load on you. Take the case of a person who is running his own business versus a person who is working for a company. Be your own boss versus working for someone, a worker. The owner of business has the full responsibility of his business, and so he's always feeling alive, vibrant, full of ideas, creativity. The other person who is working for the company does not really feel the full responsibility because he's just only one department or one job only, right? So the whole job becomes like a burden on him, like a load on him that he's carrying. So there is very little or no self-motivation at all. Maybe only self-motivation is at the end of month, the paycheck comes, wow, got money in my bank. Okay, that's the only day he feel happy. The rest of the 29 days in the month, he feel miserable. Okay, he keeps looking at the watch to see if it's time to leave now. Oh, is it 9 to 5? Okay, 5, run. So for him, only the last day of every month is sweet because the payday. In a month, he sacrificed 29 days and only for 1 day of joy. Okay, that is slavery. That's living the life of slavery, right? Instead, if you take responsibility, then that can be changed to, a day, every day become an experience of, more possibility, more fulfillment. Next slide. So do not think that you have a certain amount of energy and you will work according to the energy. No. Whatever work and responsibility you take up, the energy start expressing accordingly. The more and more you take responsibility, the more and more energy gets showered to you by a cosmos. You see that your inner space expands to that extent of energy and flows to you. Understand? You only need to do 2 things for this. Trust that life is good. Always have this powerful cognition that life is good. Trust that. And know that you can expand to the responsibility that you take up. Whatever you have been asked to take up, you have the ability. You know that you can do it. Don't think that, I take up, I don't know whether I can do it. So if you feel responsible for whatever is happening around you, you suddenly become a leader. You start transforming your life and others' lives. Responsibility is a way to grow consciously. Okay? And it is very important spiritual principle for seekers. See, all of us are seekers here. Otherwise, we won't be sitting here. It means what? We're here for enlightenment only. So which means you need to be conscious and in taking responsibility. You want to grow consciously. So responsibility is the key. Next slide. So here's another activity for you to do. Today, take 3 additional responsibilities with the understanding that and trust that life is good and you can expand to take up those responsibilities. Watch the transformation in yourself. Like today, if you decided, okay, I'm going to take responsibility for something, write it down. What are the 3 things you can write down? For instance, I'm going to take responsibility for my body. I'm going to start daily yoga. Okay? I want to build a yogic body. Let me take responsibility for maintaining this body so that it will not fall sick and I can live a long life to enjoy my life till I get enlightened. Okay, so this could be one added responsibility. Next, I take responsibility for maybe certain community I want to work with. So then what are the things you can do? Let's say women in depression. You decided to work with women in depression because if they don't transform, then their children, the society is going to suffer. So let's take responsibility for all the depressed women. Then see how you can transform. Third, maybe you decided that, okay, I will take responsibility for something, that you've been trying to run away. You're so scared. Take it out. The moment you take it out, Swamiji will send the energy and the powers to you. I tell you one of my personal experience. In 2019, there was a change of leadership. Okay, during that year there was another persecution, and so the 2 persons were groomed to manage this center. Left the center, so there's no head now. So for a long time, nobody want to take up the responsibility. So many times we were not able to receive the information from Swamiji because nobody were the contact point. Nobody, okay? So a lot of things were missing. We didn't receive the latest information and all this. I was like, how come there's something happening? We didn't get the information. We missed it. So for a long time, I feel because I didn't want to take responsibility, I just said, I don't think I'm ready to become the head of the Sangha. Then suddenly I realized that nobody want to take, then I have to take because otherwise we'll be missing out too much of all these good things from Swamiji. So that's why I took the responsibility and I became the head of the Sangha. Okay? Initially, I didn't want to, but that is when I took up the responsibility, then the expansion happened. Next slide. Yes. Yeah, things can happen. So now create your reality. Listen, the straight way to make all the accidents of your life into possibilities is by taking responsibility for them. When you can't take responsibility, even the air that goes inside you can be an accident and stop your heart beating. You won't come out. You get choked and breathing and you stop breathing. If you're ready to take responsibility, even if poison goes inside you, it will become part of you and make you stronger. Understand? Taking responsibility. Just like Mahadeva, Shiva. He drank the poison, right? Hala hala and kept it on the throat. That's why he's known as the blue throat one, right? Nilakanta. Nilakanta means the one with the blue throat. He took the poison, the responsibility, so that the whole cosmos is not destroyed by this poison. So he kept it at the throat. Because he took that, he comes with that kind of respect for people. The world is able to function only. He took the responsibility to contain the poison. Okay, that was churned from the Milky Ocean, right? So it can become part of you and make you stronger. So when you take responsibility, you have the power to construct the reality of your choice. Understand? Powers comes only with responsibility. You cannot have powers, when you don't take responsibility, you become a very dangerous, cunning demons. Demons are the one with, they back, to Mahadeva or
Introducing
Brahman and,
Circles
got the
Zero.
powers, but they don't take responsibility. And then they go around terrorizing people, destroying the devas, devatas, and destroying all the peace that people are living. Because they don't take responsibility. When you take responsibility, only then you create more peace and a better life for people. Understand? Demon destroy. Devatas, the god and goddesses are the one who take the responsibility. That's why they're showered with powers to help humanity. Understand? Okay, next slide. So Swamiji said, I'm neither talking about some corporate values or principle, nor about the truth that the ancient rishis have uttered in the Upanishad, the great truth by the rishis. He say, no, I'm talking to you from my direct experience. Swamiji is sharing his own direct experience about what you can experience. I'm talking from the context of responsibility, for the purpose of making you responsible. I'm responsible for making you experience responsibility as I experience it. So he's giving from his personal experience. He say, you need to know this truth. When you cognize that you are responsible for everything, including what you think as accident, that something happened, accident, you fell down. The way you perceive and experience the world becomes different. When you are able to perceive the world differently, you will even be able to change the facts of the world. The facts that's happening, you can change it when you take responsibility because your cognition is different. When you perceive the truth of the world in a different way, you can change the facts of the world. Understand? That is very important. Next slide. So, no revolution can change the world. Only evolution, evolving, can change the world. When you evolve, you can just sit with responsibility under a banyan tree in a forest, and a city will happen around you. That's what happens. So we just sit in the banyan tree only. He created Bidadi, the ashram, in the course of few years. People will come and want to learn the truth from you. People will come and take darshan from you. People will come and, learn the truth from you, your teaching. So nothing else is required. This is what happened when the enlightened masters sit under the banyan tree. People will gather around and come and take darshan, blessing, healing from him. And then suddenly the whole place become a town. This is what happened. Everywhere enlightened beings sit and radiate the energy, that whole place become a town because people will gather. His presence will just radiate that energy. Understand? So now here's the click. Taking responsibility for whatever happened in your life can make the accidents in your life into possibility. Whatever bad things happen, when you take responsibility for that, you turn that accident into possibility. Okay? Next slide. So go back. We're going to do a short meditation now. We have some time. We're going to meditate now. See, whatever you have heard so much from Swamiji, okay, whether it's creating a reality, make a shift, from the status to state, all that you heard, I want you to contemplate, especially how you're going to take on more responsibility. He said the additional 3 responsibility for others, not for yourself, but for others. I want you to contemplate what, in this time of the meditation, I'm going to play the Mahavakya. When you sit with Swamiji, understand this place is not just a temple. It's not just a center. It is his breathing space. Swamiji lives here. You may not be able to see his energetic, the other form, but he lives here. Understand? He's listening to this whole discourse as we are attending now. Even though maybe you're not able to see him. So now, in his breathing space, let's contemplate for each one of you how you can take more responsibility for the world, how you can change the world. around you, for the people, for the others. Okay? So you can now close your eyes. So I'm going to play the Mahavakya and we'll contemplate first. Yeah, go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay, fast.
Yes. We'll do a 7 minutes meditation. Sit 7 minutes with Swamiji so that he can review for each one of us how we can expand by taking responsibility. Expansion, getting the cue from him. Okay? You can take a look at what you have written also. You can wear the I-band, please, if you have your I-band. Do you want an I-band? You want an I-band? Do you want? Are you already in? Okay, let's get started. So now, sit with the back straight, with the eyes closed. Either you wear the I-band or at least just close your eyes comfortably. Relax into the restful awareness and start breathing very slowly and deeply. In that awareness, start contemplating that whatever Swamiji has revealed in this responsibility topic, tattva. See what's get revealed to you by Swamiji.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Relax. Open your eyes. Anyone want to share anything? How do you feel? Anything Swamiji revealed to you? Hmm? No? So I hope you all got something out of today's session.
I have a question. I have instead of sharing, I have a question because in the afternoon when I went out with my mom, suddenly question an idea pop up. Because in previous for example the parenting session or the session attended, when we are still, when the kids or ourselves are still young, so all the connection came from our parents at the first place, at the first place, right? And but then suddenly a question pop, but we choose our own parents, so that does it mean that so the responsibilities come to ourselves?
Yes.
Yes, because I just got this click in
It is.
when
The soul chose the parents before it descends on this plane, Bhuloka. Okay? But after we come down, we forgot that because we are not operating at the consciousness level, so we forgot. Correct? We only remember after we come down, oh, why you make this, we start blaming our parents. But you chose them. Whatever they are here to teach us, learn from that and stop blaming them. You chose them. So go back to that. The consciousness before you took this body. Then all this will go away. You decided that, whoever had chosen may not be the best life that I want to be, but I've chosen it for some reason. Maybe I'm here to learn something from their life. Maybe I'm here to transform them, or something maybe that you have done in this birth to help you expand from your parents' life. Maybe they'll teach you what you don't want to do, you don't want to be. You see, either you get inspired by them if you have a good parent, conscious parent, correct? But there are also some parents, they are so bad that you just know, I will not want to be like them. Understand? So either way, it is learning. Your wisdom will grow. Whether it's to be like them, they are so nice, so compassionate, you want to be also like them, or you say, I don't want to be like them because this is not what I want to be. So either way, you're learning. And stop blaming. Okay? Okay, that's a good sharing. It is a revelation. Yes, you now suddenly caught 9. Huh?
Just to follow up on this, so actually when we say that we actually take after our parents, but actually it's also like the other way around, right? If we're the source.
I mean, of course, they have influence in the way how we're brought up because of the lifestyle, the cognitions, their pattern. We somehow get molded into them also, right? But at the consciousness level, you're chosen, and they are the one who's going to, for whatever reason, maybe before you land, you just wanted to take a quick body, boom. So this is the quickest available body, you just grab and run. And you don't know why you chose them because they are available at the time. So, you're born in that family. But if you have patience and awareness to wait for the right body. Okay, maybe I take the next body. Wait, I see, oh, this parent looks good now. I've got this. Okay, I'll take birth through this body. So, only when you become conscious, aware, you can have the freedom to choose. When you don't have this awareness, the moment you leave the body, you cannot stand without body, you quickly run to take the next body. And then one just grab, and it could be, parents that you don't want, but you grab it anyway because you just want to land back on planet Earth. Understand?
Not everybody is aware of that particular point.
Yes. Because so much intense pain of the death, you just want to quickly find another body and come back.
Because I learned this quite recently, that you can choose how you wait, how you
Yes, you can choose.
Yeah.
See, only.
But like what you say, only when you are positively aware of what you are and why you
Yes.
act, then otherwise, like what you say, just over to
Yeah. What Swamiji called this as unconscious birth. Unconscious birth means you coming down not with a clear idea of. See, if you're conscious, you will not even take another birth. You will just merge into the source and just become one with, the energy.
Moksha is all about.
Yes, moksha is that.
Yeah.
But because you have some incompletion or some desire still lingering, something still that I want to come back again to live it. That's how, again, you assume another body. And Swamiji say that assuming another body is a sickness.
Is it related to karma, like you own
Yes,
in like
yes.
last life,
Yes.
past life?
Whatever you experience, you take that up and then you jump again to the next. Understand? So Swamiji said, every birth that you assume, right, at the end of the dead body, the card will be available in front of you to choose what kind of birth you want. Let's say you met an enlightened master. You say, wow, that's the best card, master card. I want to be like him. So then you land as an enlightened being. Do you understand? But if you have never done any tapas evolving your consciousness, you live like a pig, or you live like an animal, just eat and be merry only, then the best card in front of you is be an animal. So the next body you come back, you take animal body, because you only enjoy eating. Do you understand? This is the way how the consciousness chooses whatever is in front of it at the end of that life. So Swamiji again and again emphasize, whatever you accumulate in this birth will determine your next birth. If it disappears and emerge at the end of the death, then moksha. But if you decide to come back, you will be in front of you. If you've never done the tapas of what is the best life, what you want to come back as, you've never gone even that far, you only live as a human being, then the next body will be another human being. Understand? Okay? So thank you for the question. There was quite a powerful click that you had. Blessing. So shall we end with the Purna mantra? Thank you all for joining. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Saubam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Pauraka Paramastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you, Nityanandam. Hey, I haven't finished the last few slides. Wait. I just suddenly remember. Quickly, we just run through very quickly. Sorry. Parvati Sharmati also never remind me. Okay, so now this Saturday, actually Saturday night or Sunday morning, is the Krishna Janmashtami. We'll be celebrating here. Please come. I think it starts about 2 a.m. So please until the next morning. So we'll be spending the whole night here celebrating Krishna. Okay, next slide. And once again, the next batch 10 of Paramashiva Sena program starts in September 1st to 1st October. Please join us if you decided that you're going to be sit in Swamiji's direct guidance to, be trained by him. Next slide. So those of you who are still not yet e-citizen of Kailasa, let me know. We are more than happy to enrich you to how to become a Rajya Sabha member how to become a e-citizen of Kailasa. Next slide. So next week we will see part 3 of responsibility, lesson number 18, Upaayanam. Okay, see you next week. Thank you, Nityananda. Sorry.
The e-citizen is the one that create an account or
Create a what?
e-citizen.
You can end the session.